My bridesmaid announced her pregnancy at my wedding reception, so I announced something that made everyone gasp. But what secret had I been keeping? Jessica stood up during dinner and clinked her glass with her fork. The entire reception hall went quiet as everyone turned to look at her. She had this massive smile on her face like she had been waiting for this moment all night. Everyone, Mark and I have some incredible news to share, she announced loudly. We are expecting our first baby. The room exploded with cheers and applause while I sat there watching my wedding reception turn into her personal baby shower. People were jumping up to hug her and Mark, taking photos, completely forgetting whose special day this was. My husband David squeezed my hand under the table because he could tell I was about to lose it. Jessica kept accepting congratulations with this smug look on her face. She knew exactly what she was doing, stealing my thunder. But here is what nobody knew about Jessica. 3 weeks ago, I was at the Westfield Mall picking up wedding decorations from the craft store. I was walking through the parking garage when I spotted Jessica's white Honda parked in the corner near the stairwell. I almost called out to her until I noticed she was not alone. She was making out with some tall guy who definitely was not her fiancé Mark. I froze and could not believe what I was seeing. They were going at it pretty heavily and clearly thought nobody could see them. I quickly pulled out my phone and took several photos because I could not process what was happening. I sent the clearest photo to my sister Amanda asking if I was crazy or if that was really Jessica. She called me within seconds and confirmed it was definitely Jessica and some random guy. I sat in my car for 20 minutes trying to figure out what to do. Yeah, do I tell Mark and ruin their relationship before my wedding? Do I confront Jessica and risk drama? Do I tell everyone and look petty? I went back and forth for days. I showed the photo to David and he said it was my call, but Mark deserved to know eventually. I decided to keep quiet and hope it was a one-time mistake. I removed Jessica from some wedding planning duties and kept my distance. She noticed I was being cold, but I blamed it on wedding stress. Then she announces her pregnancy at my actual wedding. I could feel my blood boiling as I watched her soak up congratulations. I stood up and walked to the DJ booth. My hands were shaking as I took the microphone. The music stopped and the hall fell silent. Jessica looked over confused. I took a deep breath and put on my biggest smile. Jessica, congratulations on your exciting pregnancy news, I said sweetly. I am so incredibly happy for you and Mark. She smiled like she thought I was adding to her moment. Then I pulled out my phone from my dress pocket. Actually, I have some exciting news to share too, I continued. I found something really interesting 3 weeks ago at the Westfield Mall parking garage that I have been dying to show everyone. I connected my phone to the reception screen and airplayed the photo. There on the massive screen was a crystal clear image of Jessica in her white Honda making out with her personal trainer Derek from the gym. You could see her hand on his face, his hand on her waist, the timestamp from 3 weeks ago. The room went dead silent. Mark slowly stood up and just stared at the screen with his mouth open. Jessica's face turned completely white. She tried to run over and grab my phone, but I stepped back. I turned to Mark, who looked like he was about to pass out. You might want to get a paternity test there, buddy, I said calmly into the microphone. Jessica started crying and screaming that I was a liar, and the photo was fake. But Derek was actually at the wedding as a +1 with his girlfriend at table 8. He saw himself on the screen and tried to quietly sneak out the back exit. His girlfriend noticed and started yelling at him in front of everyone. It was pure chaos. Mark grabbed his jacket and stormed out of the reception hall. Jessica ran after him, sobbing and begging him to wait. My maid of honor Kelly grabbed the microphone and yelled, "Well, that was honestly the best wedding entertainment I have ever seen in my entire life." The DJ started playing music again, and everyone was talking and laughing. David wrapped his arms around me and whispered that was ice cold and I love you. The rest of the reception was incredible. People kept coming up to congratulate me on exposing Jessica. Yeah, watch something the chicas mucks of the wild all into the blokes. We danced and celebrated without her. They're ruining everything. Jessica and Mark broke up 2 days later. She tried texting me to apologize, but I blocked her number. Best wedding ever.